when you know the Star Wars is coming out, do you ever think like, what would have happened in my life if I had been in that franchise?
No, you got to understand. You look back on stuff. It's like, by the way, Star Wars is the one that gets picked out because it's a YouTube thing.
Sure.
Yeah.
I did. You know, like Jennifer, I've done 50 of those things that were movies that you'd know. No, you just as the actor's life is, and especially when you start at an early age, like both of us did. You just go in and throw it out there, and probably maybe in the old days, Jennifer, would you agree that 7 or 8 out of 10 times you're not gonna that's it, you're not gonna even hear anything, and then 2 out of 10 they're gonna say hey, and then they want you to work for literally peanuts, and you say nah, I just don't think it's even worth doing that. So maybe you go to work out of 1 out of 10 that you read, and you get used to that. You don't think anything about. I mean, I don't know. You don't think anything about the sort of rejection aspect of it. I never looked at it that way. It was like they have someone in mind or something in mind. You either fit it or you don't, and then as time goes by, you're not in that position anymore. You're in the position of saying, if I say yes, then the movie gets made. That's a very different world, right?
Right.
So those days of parts that you tried out for, they weren't even. I never called them. They were interviews. They weren't auditions. They were interviews. Hey, you got to get an interview for a job. So I never really felt that way. And I remember that one on Star Wars was at a time when there was a Western show called The Quest that was out there, and they wanted me to do that. And I had to answer them, and so I said to George, when he was a really young guy, and I'd read for Luke Skywalker and Han Solo, and he'd had 3 or 4 other guys as well. He didn't know what combination he wanted, and so I said, do you know if you're going to use me or not? And he said, I really don't. I'm not sure. And I said, I'm going to go take this Western. So whether or not he would have hired me, I don't know.
Wow.
But the idea that I would have turned down Star Wars, I wouldn't have turned down a soap commercial.
Oh yeah, I didn't think you turned it down.
yeah.